We officially have Xbox actually buying a brand new studio of over 100 developers that's joining Activision Blizzard. Now, I know what most people are thinking. This is probably something that's going to be hyperbolic or rumor, and I have to say, it's not. This is confirmed that Xbox is getting a brand new studio to join Activision Blizzard, and it's something that we all need to talk about because it's not a small studio, it's a massive purchase, and one that's happened for the first time in 15 years. Let's get into all the details, see what's being said, and also see what Mike Ybarra, the head of Blizzard, actually has to say about everything going on. Let's get into it. Alright, so you know the drill. If you like the content, hit that subscribe button and that like button. And if you want to be notified on future content, hit that small little bell icon. And if you want to go that extra mile to support the channel, hit that join button. The support is greatly appreciated. Alright, so I have to talk about this. We all know that Xbox has bought plenty of studios. I mean, we've seen the Activision Blizzard purchase for $70 billion. We've seen Bethesda be bought for like $8 billion. And they've bought a bunch of other smaller studios over the last couple of years because Xbox wants to fill out their first-party studios. They want to get content out there. They want developers under their umbrella because they want to get even more games out there. Plus, they need people to make these games. And if we're looking at everything that's going on this year, especially in 2022, you can tell that a lot of studios either canceled some stuff or pushed things back because they just didn't have enough time to make the games with the pandemic running rampant. But now, for the first time in what seems like forever, we're seeing Xbox actually getting a brand new studio. Now, most people are looking at this going, with the Activision Blizzard deal still active, they're buying a studio? That's the funny thing about this. This is actually Blizzard buying a studio, which in turn is Xbox getting this studio under their umbrella once the deal goes through by the end of this year or early next year. In fact, I just want to get into what the details are saying and talk about what studio this is, plus talk about what Blizzard has to say about this. Here's what's said in the article. Blizzard Entertainment plans to acquire its first new studio in more than 15 years. In a report from VentureBeat, the company said it intends to acquire the Boston-based studio Proletariat. As a result, Proletariat Spellbreak, a battle royale in which you fling spells at your enemies instead of bullets, will shut down. After more than 4 years of elemental magic and spell combinations, we've made the decision to end the development of Spellbreak, the company wrote on its website. The service will be shut down as of early 2023. Proletariat was founded in 2012 and launched its first game, World Zombie Nation, on mobile in 2015. In addition to developing traditional games, Proletariat also worked on creating Twitch-integrated games that allowed viewers to interact and play with their favorite streamers. Spellbreak, launched in 2020, was Proletariat's attempt to break into the already crowded area of What If Fortnite, but though the game presented an interesting spin on the Battle Royale model, Seth Sivak, CEO of Proletariat, revealed in a Reddit post accompanying the announcement of the game's pending shutdown that Spellbreak's novelty did not translate to financial success. Alright, so what I have to say about this is wow. Xbox is getting yet another studio, and not a small one. These people are over 100 developers strong, and have made multiple games, have experience across the entire industry, and are joining Blizzard. So technically, it's not really Xbox getting them, but it is. Because Blizzard are the ones that are acquiring them because they want to get more content out for people. They need more people to make their games. Jumping into Diablo, jumping into Overwatch, jumping into World of Warcraft especially, making games, churning out content so they can get those into our hands. And that's something that's going to happen because the games that they worked on before, while looked pretty fun, still did not have that financial success that Sivak is talking about. And in fact, I want to go into what they're talking about right here. Spellbreak was not able to break through and reach a substantial place where we could continue to invest in a way we had dreamed of, Sivak wrote. So as you can tell, Blizzard really swooped in on a pretty good opportunity here. We know that Spellbreak wasn't a financial success. If you haven't heard about that game, that's the reason why. Because yeah, they try to break into the BR mode. Yeah, they try to get into there with Apex Legends, Warzone, Fortnite, and all these other BRs out there that are tracking really well. Spellbreak didn't do that. So Blizzard saw this opportunity, saw that they were down and out, and probably swooped in and grabbed them on the low, which I have to say is a pretty smart move by them. I don't know if Mike Ybarra was a part of this. I don't know if a lot of people were a part of this, but you grab a studio like that that has over 100 people, makes a pretty tight game like Spellbreak, and you can tell that they're ready for it. And here's what else is said in the article. Proletariat is set to enter the Blizzard family as the company itself is in the middle of a pending acquisition by Microsoft. Expected to conclude sometime next year, according to VentureBeat, Proletariat staff will transition to the World of Warcraft team as Blizzard ramps up production on the Dragonflight expansion. And the two studios have been working together since May. And that's everything we need to know about this. We know that World of Warcraft is one of the biggest games out there. We know that they keep trying to bring out expansions, and we know that Blizzard really does rely on World of Warcraft to boost a lot of their numbers, get a lot of money in, and become that constant revenue of money. And that's what Xbox is going to get when they acquire them. That's what Microsoft is going to get. And of course, they've been working with them since May. You can tell that Blizzard needs these people to start helping with these expansions because the work from home, the pandemic, everything going on over at Blizzard has turned them to looking outside to help them build their games internally. So I'm not too annoyed with this. I think that they're going to get this studio, put them on the World of Warcraft, and when they go under Microsoft, they might be transitioned to something else, or they might just stay on World of Warcraft to help make expansions for that already popular game. And now I want to go into what Mike Ybarra has to say about this. We are putting players at the forefront of everything we do, and we are working hard to both meet and exceed their expectations. Blizzard President Mike Ybarra said in a statement, "A critical part of taking care of players is taking care of our teams, making sure we have the resources to produce experiences our communities will love while giving our teams space to explore even more creative opportunities within their projects. Proletariat will be a perfect fit for supporting Blizzard's mission and bringing high-quality content to our players more often." And I think this has to do with something else that we need to talk about, which is crunch. I know you've heard this before, that developers are crunching a lot. They're working 80-hour weeks and continuously doing that for months on end. And I have to say, as someone that is a developer that is in the software engineering department of my company and doing a lot of stuff within that field, I hate crunch. I think that it's very toxic. I think that it's unhealthy for people, and that's what's happening here. I think Blizzard understands that Microsoft has no crunch whatsoever. Bethesda's dealing with that right now, and I think that Microsoft is going to be pressuring Blizzard and Activision to not have crunch either. And that's what's going to happen. They have to buy more people, they have to buy more developers, buy more studios to help prevent crunch from happening. Does it cost more on Microsoft's end? Of course it does, but they don't care. They want to make sure that their developers are healthy, that the games come out at a good cadence, but people aren't being overworked or worked to the bone. And if you look at the history of what Blizzard has done, they have had crunch before, I'm assuming, because they bring out so much content that they must have. I mean, they bring out expansions for WoW, they bring out expansions for a bunch of other games, and they don't really bring out games all that often, but when they do, they are polished and ready to go. The only problem they usually have is the server end because so many players want to play their games. So I'm not too surprised that they're bringing more people in, trying to get more people to help make these expansions and get ready for Microsoft's takeover so they can't crunch anymore. That's what's happened throughout history in gaming, is that people would crunch for months on end. This has happened with Bethesda from what's being reported, which isn't happening anymore. This has happened at EA with Anthem, if you remember that. There was so much crunch that they had crunch for like 18 months or something like that. Not to mention, Cyberpunk 2077 at CD Projekt Red had one of the worst crunches and one of the worst working environments for developers, hands down. That's why that game came out broken, because so many people were crunching for so long. And people like Jason Schreier were reporting this for months on end, yet people were getting mad at him. I don't care if you get mad. I don't care if anything like this happens. If it's about crunch and annoyance like that, I think that developers and studios should embrace that crunch isn't a good thing, hire more people so they don't have to crunch, and just get these people to be emulated within their studio and get acclimated with the tools that you're using. But overall, I'm excited for this. I think that Xbox, once this deal goes through, is going to start pushing these games on Game Pass. I mean, Sarah Bond and Matt Booty said this as much when they were talking about their stuff before E3. They were saying, hey, we want to get as many Activision Blizzard games on Game Pass as soon as possible. Once the deal is done, they're going to breakneck this stuff on there. They're going to try to get these games on the service as fast as possible because they want to pad out their numbers. 2022 is a pretty scarce year for Xbox. They don't have a lot of first-party games. I think they have like one or two, maybe an expansion coming out, but overall, 2022 isn't that great. Yeah, they have some third-party deals, and that's great, But most of all, they don't have any first-party deals, any first-party games coming out, and I think that Activision Blizzard deal is going to really show what you can do once you get that publisher under the Xbox umbrella, get those games out there, not just for Xbox, but for PC, mobile, everything, you name it. Blizzard is everywhere, Activision is everywhere, so I'm excited to get Call of Duty, World of Warcraft, not to mention all the expansions right there on Game Pass for me to play. But let me know what you think about this. Are you surprised that they're getting over a 100-person studio? What do you think is going to happen once they get the studio and they go on Dragonflight for World of Warcraft? Will they stay on World of Warcraft and help build that game out and those expansions out? Or do you think Xbox is going to let them go free and actually make something on their own like they did with Spellbreak? Do you see Xbox shaking up Activision Blizzard, putting some studios somewhere else and having creators do what they want to do? Or do you think they're going to keep that cadence of bringing Call of Duty and World of Warcraft out while maybe taking some of the most talented people and making other games? Go down below and let me know. And I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, please hit that subscribe button and that like button to support us out the channel more than you know. And give me a follow on Twitter at Zalker87. I'm always on there talking games and sharing my latest videos. Plus, I love interacting with everyone there, so get on Twitter and let's talk about gaming. Also, follow me on Xbox Live. My gamer tag is Zalker87, just like my channel name. See what games I'm playing, and let's compete in achievements for the month. So right now, I just finished Assassin's Creed Valhalla, and man, oh man, what a long game. I had a good time with it. I felt like the pacing was really off. Some storylines in some regions were epic. You're fighting, you're going crazy, you're sieging castles, you're sieging camps, bandit, you're preventing massive invasions with all these kind of barbaric enemies, and I'm having a lot of fun with it. And then the next one is about a marriage, and you have to kind of consult someone and then get their cup, and they have to drink wine, and then you have to go drinking. I didn't like the way this pacing was. I didn't like some of the storylines. I thought they were very stupid, but others were great. I found them pretty epic. I found them a lot of fun, and when those were going on, I'd lose track of time and just get lost in Valhalla a lot. But now I'm actually moving over to Scarlet Nexus. Yeah, I know, that's kind of weird. I don't really play JRPGs all that much, if at all. I don't think I've ever played a JRPG that I really enjoyed, but I feel I'm losing out on some experiences that I might be enjoying later on. So I'm jumping into Scarlet Nexus, having actually a pretty good time with it. The gameplay is tight, it's fun to play, it looks great on my PC because I'm playing it through Game Pass on my PC, and I have to say, the game's not that bad. I think that it has a lot of cool story elements. I think the acting can be a little but once you get through that, you enjoy the combat, you go through it, and that's the whole point of it, is you watch this cool, pretty epic story, and then you just have a good time with the combat. That's the main thing with me. If the gameplay's not there, I'm not going to enjoy that game, which it is there. So it makes me want to play other games like Code Vein, maybe Tales of Arise, and a bunch of other games that I'm going to get into that I've bought on the Steam sale. Not to mention I've bought some of these on Xbox, so you'll see me playing those. A couple more JRPGs, and I'm honestly just waiting for Forza Horizon 5 Hot Wheels, so that's coming in a few weeks. Looking forward to that. But let me know what you're playing. Are you playing something on your Xbox Series X, your PlayStation 5, or are you on your PC playing something? Let me know down below, because that's what we're here for, is to talk games. And that's all for now. Thanks for watching, and until next time, remember, enjoy your gaming. Later.